Welcome back to my Sonoff product review series, and I'm taking the next product now, which is the Sonoff Zigbee Bridge Max. And actually I used this product as a Zigbee bridge for the Hydro Duo video that I did recently. And you have seen me doing a couple of Zigbee bridge reviews. I think I had the original Zigbee bridge, which was like a square version, which is still available in the P version, and we have the Ultra, and we also have the Max now. And besides that, we have the USB or the Ethernet power versions, but these are the most common versions that you would use if you want to use it in the eWeLink application. The others are mostly for like DIY projects, if you have Home Assistant or other server like Zigbee to MQTT, where you need a Zigbee coordinator. So these are the standalone products that you would use in the eWeLink application. But I'm going to show you that especially now with the new firmware, you can also use these if your sole purpose is to have a Zigbee coordinator that you can easily link to, for example, Home Assistant. It's not only the Bridge Max that can do that, but the Bridge Ultra and also the NS Panel Pro, because they all have the same web interface that I'm going to use to create that connection to Home Assistant. And I want to use this very handy chart that Sonoff has provided to us to better understand the differences between all these sort of like eWeLink hubs. So as I mentioned, we had probably the oldest model, which is still available, which is the Zigbee Bridge P version, which, I mean, okay, it creates a Zigbee bridge. You can link the devices to the eWeLink application, but that's pretty much all it does. It doesn't have any additional features. And as you can see with the Bridge Max and the Bridge Ultra, you have the Matter Bridge functionality, so you can link the Zigbee devices as Matter devices to a Matter-enabled system. So again, if you have Google Home or Alexa or Apple HomeKit, then you buy this product, you assign Zigbee devices to it, and then you migrate those Zigbee devices into a Matter network. So that is a handy feature, and it's been included in pretty much all the Zigbee products, all the recent Zigbee products in the Sonoff lineup. So for example, the NS Panel Pro or the iHost as well. It has the local web interface that we are going to use. Again, that is now available on the NS Panel Pro as well. It has the MQTT to Home Assistant functionality that I'm going to demonstrate in a couple of minutes. The Ultra has a Matter hub, so you can link Matter devices to the eWeLink account. So if you want that specific functionality, then you have to use the Ultra. Otherwise, you can use the Max as well. To be honest, Sonoff has such a wide lineup nowadays that I don't think that there is any products that you can only find in Matter version and not in Sonoff version. So probably this is a functionality which is going to get used, I would say, probably the least. Maybe there are a couple of like specialty bulbs that are available in Matter, but you can't find matching or similar Sonoff bulbs. It also has some of the Zigbee enhancements, so the Turbo Mode and things that we have seen for other products for a while now. And also in terms of the hardware, I just want to mention that both the Ultra and the Max uses the same Zigbee chip, and the Ultra has a lot more memory, which means that it would be able to support more devices. So as you can see, 128 devices for the Max and 256 devices for the Ultra. I find these numbers really, really high. I would never think that I would get to a setup where I'm going to use so many devices, but that's just me. I have a comment from one of my users who is saying that they have like 50 or 60 Zigbee devices on their network, and that is such a high number that I never thought that anyone could get that high. But there are some really good Zigbee devices, sensors obviously that you would use in Zigbee, but nowadays light switches that maybe you would rather use Zigbee instead of Wi-Fi. So you might get the limit of 128, which case you have to buy the Ultra instead of the Max. And of course, there is a price difference. So as you can see, the Max, it costs on the Sonoff website 66 euros, probably similar number of US dollars at the moment, but the Ultra is almost twice as much, so 111 at the moment. So let me take a closer look to this device. It's not going to be any different from the Ultra. On the Ultra, we had a small Sonoff logo. In this one, we have like a slightly bigger Sonoff logo and a big M, which shows that it's a Max. Otherwise, it's exactly the same casing. So on the top, we have a USB connection. We have Ethernet for network, but it also works on Wi-Fi. So at the moment it is operated from Wi-Fi, but you would need to connect to an Ethernet network for the initial setup. At least this is what I have done. So I use the Ethernet network to be on the network, and I link it to my eWeLink account. And then once that is done, I can just set up the Wi-Fi connection as well. And we also have a button if you need to get into pairing mode or some of the other functions, and a LED indicator on the front. And also there are some speakers because just like the other hubs, it supports the home security functionality as well. And first, I'm just going to quickly go through the features in the eWeLink application before I go into the Home Assistant integration. So the screen is going to be very similar. Well, I think it's going to be exactly the same as the Ultra and exactly the same as when you go into the gateway functionality for the LS Panel Pro. So you can see that you can enable the Matter setup here. So you can link these devices to, Matter bridges. So for example, your Google Home Hub or the Alexa or the Apple Home. So that's the Matter bridge function that I mentioned a couple of minutes ago. And here, when you add a device, then it goes into the normal discovery function where it looks for new Zigbee devices. And as I said in my Hydro Duo video, I use this to link my Hydro Duo to this Zigbee hub. So all the devices that you have added to the Zigbee hub is going to be listed here. I only have this one at the moment. If we go into the settings, then we find the usual suspects. Here in the Matter, it's the same screen that we have seen before. So you can link it to, let's say, Google Home, and that, for example, the Duo is going to be synced over as a Matter device. You can initiate this Home Assistant functionality as well. And you can also use this as a Bluetooth hub. So all the Bluetooth devices can link to this device. And also you can use the eWeLink sub devices. So if you have an S-Mate or any of these battery operated switches, you can link to here. Again, same functionality as with the NS Panel Pro. And here you can access the Wi-Fi settings. So if you want to set up a Wi-Fi later on, you can do that. And then you have the security mode. Again, I've talked about this in the NS Panel Pro and the iHost. So the functionality is exactly the same. So if you link Zigbee door sensors, motion sensors to this device, you can set up which one is going to trigger various modes. So either which of these devices are going to trigger an alarm in various modes. So in home modes, in away mode, or sleep mode. Let's say in home mode, obviously none of the sensors are going to trigger an alarm. In an away mode, let's say the motion sensors and the door sensors will trigger an alarm, but in sleep mode, only the door sensors is going to trigger an alarm. So that's how you can set this up. But I talked about this in previous videos, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Security log, you can see all the security changes obviously from the different alarms or triggers. The top pilot feature is the Zigbee Turbo Mode that I also mentioned, that it increases the transmit power of the Zigbee module in this device. One interesting function, which I don't think I've seen for the Ultra, but probably it's available in the Ultra as well, is the energy scan. It is very similar to how you can scan the various Wi-Fi frequencies to tell which one is busy, and you can tell your router to use specific frequencies that are not as busy, and the same available here for the Zigbee as well. So once the scanning is complete, you can see how many channels are used, or it also shows you the Wi-Fi channels, and also it shows which channel is used at the moment, and you can change to a different channel. So if you are noticing some connection issues on the Zigbee network, you can use this function to troubleshoot that and maybe change to a different Zigbee channel. And volume, that's the volume of the speaker for the security functionality, and the bridge replacement will help you to migrate to a different bridge. So this is going to be an ideal function if you decide to go with the Max, and for any reason, well, obviously for the number of Zigbee devices that you use, you run out of the limit of 128 devices for the Max. In that case, you can buy the Ultra, which supports 256 devices, and you can use this migrate functionality to move all your devices from this hub, let's say from the Max to the Ultra. That's a nice function. I haven't used that yet because literally I don't have so many devices that I needed to migrate to a different Zigbee hub. And that's pretty much it. You have some other information on the manufacturer, and then you have the pairing mode. So this is the the Matter Bridge pairing functionality. So if you want to pair it with a Matter network, so for example Google Home, then this is the code that you need to scan, or you can copy the code and you pair this device to a Matter network, and then the Zigbee devices will be migrated over to that Matter network. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to type the IP address of the Max here, which actually was on the last screen of the settings screen. So for me it's 116. And then we are going to wait until it's loaded. And this is the new web user interface for these Max devices. But if you would use the same functionality for the NS Panel Pro, you would get exactly the same. Well, it's going to be slightly similar because the NS Panel Pro has different functions as well. But here you can see a nice dashboard of what this device does, and you can also do a lot of functionality here. So you can see that on the Zigbee network, I have 1 devices, and 1 of them are online. And I can see that there is nothing linked to Home Assistant, there is no devices on the BT Home front, and then there's nothing on the eWeLink remote, and it's linked to my eWeLink account, which has so many devices linked to it, and obviously most of them are offline, but I have also loads of them that are online, and you can do all the Matter pairing and some Matter Bridge functionality here. So the one thing I want to show you is the Home Assistant functionality. So you can sync the Zigbee devices to Home Assistant. So I'm going to click on this button and then start the configuration. And then it automatically found that my Home Assistant instance is on this IP. And if you click this, it's going to take you to Home Assistant, where I just usually use this functionality to to do the manual configuration. So you would need to configure the MQTT broker, which you have already configured in Home Assistant. So in my case, it's going to be the IP is this, the port is this, and I'm going to put the password and the user ID for my Home Assistant, the MQTT server. I'm just checking the IP again. Okay, and I save. And okay, I got some prompts. And now what I need to do is I need to click on Sync Management and select this device and then save. And now it says that the device is synced. And this is all it takes to sync this device into Home Assistant. And within Home, I mean, my Home Assistant is bare minimum because I only use this for testing. It's not really controlling my home. But if you go into the settings and devices and then MQTT, and you can see that the bridge itself appears as an MQTT device as well. So this is the Bridge Max. You can, do a couple of functions here, like the turbo mode and the speaker volume, and initiate an update. And I have some connected devices as well, and that's the Duo. So I can control the valves. Where is my Duo? And just bring it close to my microphone. Oh, and you can hear the click. It took a little bit of time, but now it has done it for the 2nd time. Now it's a little bit quicker. And then that's it. So this is how you can install this. And of course, you see all the additional information from the this Duo, this Hydro Duo, because it also measures durations and irrigation cycles and volumes and everything. So all this information is brought over into Home Assistant. And obviously you only had to do the initial setup in the eWeLink application. You register the Max into your account, you assign the Zigbee devices to it, and then you set up the Home Assistant integration, of course with Home Assistant that has the MQTT broker already configured, and then it only takes a single click to bring these devices over to Home Assistant. So I think this is again a nice and a local integration to your Zigbee devices. You don't have to install additional applications. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of effort to install Zigbee to MQTT or ZHA on Home Assistant either, but this is probably an even easier way to do that. And if you don't want to use any of the eWeLink application, you can just maybe in the router, you can block all the internet connection to the Zigbee Max once you have done all this setup, and your Zigbee connections are all going to be local through your Sonoff Zigbee Bridge Max. And I think that pretty much concludes my review of the Sonoff Zigbee Bridge Max. If you are interested in this device, there is going to be affiliated links down in the video description below. In the cards, I'm also going to leave a link to the Zigbee Bridge Ultra review if you want to watch that one as well. And also I'm going to create a link for affiliated link for that if you choose to buy that one to have the extra functionality and the support for the 256 devices. But I think that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching and hopefully see you in the next one.